Hi guys, welcome back to Whimsy Crafter. I hope you all are doing great. I've got a very interesting video for you today. In today's video, I'll show you how to repot two different types of terrestrial orchids. So before you forget, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like the video if you like my content. So here on the screen you can see a Spathoglottis Plants plant, or commonly known as a ground orchid plant. I got this rather cheap from a local nursery for around ₹80. So I will repot this plant first. I am using an earthen terracotta pot. I am lining the base of the pot with some leca and charcoal to ensure good drainage. And after I am done with this step, I will slowly prise the root ball out of this nursery bag. Okay, so as you can see, the soil is not really very compact. It's kind of loose and airy. There's a root sticking out of the nursery bag too. So I will gently prise the root ball out of the nursery bag like this, and then I'll be getting rid of the weeds that are growing at the base of this plant. Look at the soil that the nursery bag was holding. It's all crumbly and very well draining. From the looks of it, it seems so. And I'll just get rid of these weeds. And I will repot this plant using the same soil from the nursery bag plus some of the soil that I had prepared earlier for my winter flowers. Okay, I'll link the video up in the I button, but I'll use most of the soil from the nursery bag because the plant has been doing really well in this bag. As you can see in the video, look at the root growth. There are a lot of new growing tips. So I will not change much of the soil. So this is what the root ball looks like, and now I will fill the pot halfway through with the existing soil in the nursery bag, and then I'll place the plant right in the middle of the pot and cover the roots with the remaining soil. I'll add the fresh soil here. Okay, I'll just secure the plant over the layer of soil like this, and here is my new potting mix. This is the same potting mix that I had used for my winter flowers, so I'll link it up in the I button. Don't forget to check it out. It's very easy and very nutritious for your plants, so they will do really well in the potting mixture that I show you. So I'll just fill up the gaps and keep tapping the pot like this to remove any air pockets that might have formed. Alright, rest of the process is just self-explanatory. Once you are done with the potting, you can water this plant thoroughly and keep it in shade for a few days, and we'll be good to go. Another additional step that I'd be following here is I will be getting rid of all these dead and rotten plants that are growing on the plant. Okay, the dead parts of the leaves, I will trim them off to give the plant a healthy look. Okay, so yes, this is the last one, and voila, the plant is all set. Okay, now for the next clip, look at this plant. This plant is one of the most famous spices that are used as a flavoring agent all across the globe. Yes, I'm talking about vanilla plants. This is a vanilla planifolia plant right in front of you on the screen. This too I purchased off Amazon. I'll link the product in the description, so don't forget to check out the description of this video. So this vanilla plant usually is loaded with vanilla flowers, which on successful pollination turns into vanilla beans. The seeds from the vanilla beans are used as the flavoring agents in cakes and pastries and so many other desserts across the world, right? So vanilla plant is also an orchid. It happens to be an orchid plant. It is derived from an orchid plant, and I just learned this recently. I was very interested to acquire one. So you see what I am doing here. I took my vertical planter, the one that I made. Although I took quite a broad vertical planter for this small pot, If you are watching this and if you don't have one existing planter already, please use a smaller or narrower PVC pipe as the support. Okay, you can also use a moss stick if you have it available. So what I am doing is I am using the vertical orchid planter and placing it right in the middle of a pot and then covering the gaps with soil. This will do two things. First of all, it will secure the vertical planter right in the middle of the pot, and secondly, it will act as the growing media for the vanilla plants, because you know vanilla plants are terrestrial orchids. They grow from soil, they grow in soil media, but then they climb up like epiphytes. Okay, they need a support and they need a lot of moisture also. So this is the setup. I'll gently, you know, tuck the roots of the vanilla plant into the soil, and you will see one of the big vines snapping right in the video. This very big vine just snapped right in the middle of my shooting. I was being less careful, I was manhandling the plant, but you know that won't be a problem because all these pieces have roots on them. So they will root very easily, very fine, okay? They won't find it to be an issue. Okay, so this is what the process is all about. It's very simple, nothing complicated. You just have to provide a, you know, support for it to climb, and if the support provides moisture along with it, then very good. So the vanilla orchid plants too require bright shade. Alright, so all these plants will be placed at the same corner where I place my orchids, and this is the monsoon time. This is the best time to repot these plants because they will gain a lot of nutrition from the rainwater. So you wouldn't have to do too much to keep these plants alive. So okay, this is the procedure. The end of the procedure, what I'll do is I will secure these vines around this vertical planter with the help of strings, because until and unless these vines develop epiphytic roots to cling on to the vertical planter, I need to provide some grip. I need to provide them some grip on the planter, the vertical stand that I have put in here. So I'm just tying them with a perishable thread, okay, any kind of thread that is perishable and that can be that is biodegradable, like jute, like coconut coir, okay, like cotton, anything, any material will do. So here's hoping that you enjoyed the tutorial. Stay tuned for more.